Harley Manakis was traveling back from Costa Rica with his family on Thursday. They were heading home to Inuvik. He had his passport, status card, and Gwich'in tribal card. But during a layover in customs, border agents detained him. Manakis believes they had questions about a 25-year-old cannabis possession charge. So he tried to invoke his J Treaty rights to freely cross U.S. borders. Under the J Treaty, anyone with 50% Aboriginal blood can cross the border without restriction. However, that must be proved through blood quantum, and must be supported by specific documentation. That may include border agents asking for a declaration of blood quantum, a valid status card, a long-form birth certificate, and a photo ID. But Manakis says this was news to him, since Canada doesn't use blood quantum. He says luckily, after around 2 hours of being detained, his family was able to coordinate with the Gwich'in Tribal Council and Chief to get proof of blood quantum sent to the agents.
More or less, they put me through hell for 2.5 hours, and that was luckily that I managed to get the phone call to my wife and tell her I needed the blood quantum, and thankful to my uncle, my auntie, chief and council that everybody jumped in and a few more extra people, and they got me that paper at the right time.
The Assembly of First Nations issued a travel advisory on Monday, stating that they have received reports of some First Nation citizens subjected to increased questioning and detainment, and that federal law enforcement may not be familiar with tribal IDs. In an emailed statement, Global Affairs Canada also wrote that they are aware of multiple cases of Canadians currently or previously in immigration-related detention in the U.S., and that every country or territory decides who can enter or exit through its borders, and that the Government of Canada cannot intervene on behalf of Canadians who do not meet entry or exit requirements for the United States. As for status cards, they say those are generally accepted at U.S. land and sea border crossings, but that their acceptance remains at the discretion of U.S. authorities. Global Affairs Canada says that consular officials can provide assistance to Canadians detained abroad. Jocelyn Shepel, CBC News, Yellowknife.